All right, here we are in new director training, and it's just Marlo and I, and Marlo's kind of getting to be a seasoned director. Uh, but for those that are watching the replay, um, all this stuff is good stuff for you because I don't know, maybe you're like just business as usual, and maybe you're a little bit nervous. Maybe you just are thinking how you're going to balance everything. So I'm here to at least give you some guidance. And, the more we do things, the better we get at it. So just like learning to run a party, learning to lead your team is just practice. Okay, learning and then putting it into play, practicing. Okay, let's share this. And let's see, so many things. Great sounds. All right, here we are with our leadership team. And this does reflect that our organization had a promotion to an executive team. I woke up this morning and everything was changed over, so it's official. But I want to explain this board because each one of you on this board should have a board of your own. And this is the guiding light for you and your team. Um, all promotions after your director promotion are not about you. It's about helping others have more, get more with their business. As a result of that, when we help others, and there's a great quote, I will try to do it right now because it's not on the tip of my tongue, but it might be John Maxwell, about, helping others, and then, in turn, you get what you need. But it does come from, leading from your heart. So how this works, and I say it a lot because it's not easy to grab. So my picture is up here and your picture will be up here because it's your board, because this is my board. So everybody in the first generation leaders, that's what Chuck calls anybody that was once a part of your team, that wanted more from their business. So they worked really hard. They retreated up to 5 people. Their two sales reps, 5,000, and they promoted to a team of their own. So from our first generation leaders, Becky, Jenny, Melissa, Jennifer, Marlo, and Baker, and Pam is working on becoming the director this month. Are my first generation leaders. So Marlo, because you're on the call, when someone from your team wants more from their business, and they work really hard and they share the business opportunity. Hey, Kristen. And they have at least 5,000 in team sales. They will then promote to a team of their own. And anybody from the first generation leaders that promotes to their own team will then fall in the second generation leaders. And we call them first gens, second gens, third gens, just to shorten it up. So now, Kristen, because you're on the call, so everybody in the second generation leaders, if you have someone from your team that wants to bring more from their business, they share the business opportunity, and they members $5,000. They will promote to a team of their own, and then they will be in the the third generation leaders. Okay, so that's how this works. It's not a hierarchy system, it's not a pyramid. At any time, anyone on our leadership team can hold a higher title. They can make money, they can work harder, faster, they can solar. You get to decide. And it has happened. Becky Adams has held a higher title than me. She's made more money than me. And same with Jenny, Jamie Haskell. I don't think she's held a higher title, but you know, she was sold enough. So we are not underneath anyone. Okay, as a leader, we are who brought them to the chef, but once they get to be a chef, we are all individuals. And we all come together, we share ideas, like let's say have big block parties and have fun together, encourage everybody and mentor and lead. But we are all individual teams. So this is what our structure looks like at the end of March. And all of the green means that you met your requirements. So before you become a director, it's a goal. It's a goal to have 5 active team members and your 5,000 in savings. Once you become a director, then that's a requirement. It's the requirement of your team to have at least 750 in sales yourself, and then the 5,000 so that then goes down to 2,500 for the next 30 minutes. So when you promote a director from your team, Pampered Chef gives you 3 months to rebuild your own personal team, because that's a big lump go to their own team. And use it wisely. It's not a vacation. It's called rebuild. Use it. So green is that everybody met the requirements. These bars down here that are highlighted in a different color, our minimum is 5,000, but yeah, you can do more. The more your team sells, then that's more people on your team earning a paycheck. When they're earning a paycheck, they're happier with their business. And you know, it's fun, but at the end of the day, are we making any money? Question is. So we'll talk about these. So I'm just explaining this, what all of these things are. The stars are how many recruits your team had. Okay. And in March, Kristen, you are still officially a part of the Mother's team. Come April 1st, then all your stats will be separate. And then this right here, you'll see around the square, the color is their title. So the reds are director, the blues are advanced director, the yellows are senior director, teal executive, purple senior, and blue national. And then our whole organization goes up. So you'll see this. Oops, I forgot to change this. But you'll see me post this often, and maybe now it'll make more sense just seeing, instead of just seeing pictures of people and, oh, her hair's cute. All right. So give a big round of applause to our newest director. I didn't do this training last month, and last month Megan and Keisha promoted. So Keisha and Megan, if you're watching the replay of this, congratulations. I'm a little behind on things, on celebrating everybody. And then this month, Brianna and Kristen both promoted. So if you look back, here is Brianna, and here is Kristen. And then in February, here's Megan, and here's Keisha. Okay, so, all right, so congratulations. I know it was a huge accomplishment. This is not taken lightly. Directors are very, very special at Pampered Chef. And you're going to, well, as we go through this, you'll see. And we're super excited for you, to, connect with your teams, lead your teams, be a positive impact in their life. Because what we have at Pampered Chef, you just don't get out in the world, as you guys know. You don't get the recognition, you don't get the support, you don't get the feel good of other women. And now we have one guy now. But it's just different. So when you sell the required amounts during each season, you're going to earn a director benefit kit with new products from the season launch. When you promote to director in your first 6 months, you automatically get, but then there is a requirement, and I'll get those for you. But I mean, if you're meeting your numbers each month, you will get your and that is the product sample each season. So Kristen, if these haven't shown up, they're on their way. I don't know. Oh yeah, this is it. This is the director one, because the Freezy Fund wasn't in that, but I think you earned it through the free for all. So sometimes we used to get them all, but now they're kind of looking like making us earn the big thing, which is okay. So we have leadership training. I do that every Tuesday at 9 o'clock Arizona time right now. You're going to get paid at title trip points. So those go up. Do either one of you know what they are for direct?
Is it the monthly one?
The monthly.
I'm going to guess 1,000.
I'm thinking it's 1,000 too. Yeah. And you're going to get special recognition, incentives, and training. So especially when you go to conference, there's a lot. Were you either one of you on the director call from home office yesterday?
Mm-mm.
Well, the replay is coming, so you'll want to make sure that you always register for them, even if you can't be on live, because then you'll get the email with the replay. And they did talk about all the director perks at conference. So you guys are going to have fun, you'll want to start looking for a red dress, because we have stage recognition and the directors wear a red dress. So, I mean, just your favorite pretty red dress, you're going to get more money. There's, in our career plan, the earning potential is unlimited. And I know women that earn like crazy money. Crazy money. And as you're with Pampered Chef longer and hear more speakers, and both of you heard Barb Duke, and there's even younger now people that earn what Barb earns or more. So you don't have to be in this business a long time. So, Barb's like gonna retire. She's, like almost 8 years old. So anyways, it's unlimited. Okay. So now let's talk about being paid at your title. So leaders don't work to minimum. So even though, let's say your minimum is 5,000 and you're like, okay, I got a small team, I'm just starting. 5,000 is all I can squeeze out. So that's okay. But do it before the last day of the month. Okay, when we're talking, like, do something to not always be, right there, just meeting the requirement. So priming of 5,000 is great. Maybe you want to shoot for 6,000, 10,000, that kind of thing. Or also think about how early you're going to do it. So I mean, on our team, we challenge ourselves. Can we do it by the 5th? Can we do it by the 15th? The 10th? Can we do it by the 15th? But as a new director, can I do it a day early? Can I do it, 5 days earlier? Yes. Work on that until you get to the 15th. and then the 10th. And these things don't happen overnight. It's a goal and a goal you share with your teams. You might not, when you tell them, it might not happen today, but one day we are going to be director green by the 5th of the month. And that's a great goal to have, because once you're green early, you don't have to stress about being green. You can turn your attention to helping your team with their goals. And maybe their goal is just to be active. And you can support that, knowing I'm already green. If they just want to sell 150, I'm good with that. I'm gonna help them get that. But if you need their sales, they're like, come on, what do you think about 1,000? You know, and you start stretching their goal, you know, we push them, we encourage them, of course, but there's a difference between encouraging and stretching and needing them. So it helps if, as a director, if we sell the 5,000 in sales every month, then we don't need to rely on our team. And it puts a little bit different perspective on the way you work on them, and you don't need them. And I'm using that word need. We want them. Okay. So support. Where do you find support for you to help your team? So in Consultants Corner, there's a team resources. Right from the main page, you'll see team resources. So you can go there, and I highly recommend you know, in your spare time, go through that. There's a lot of resources to help with your team. We have an entire policy guide on all the rules, all the do's, all the don'ts, what, you know, the requirements, all of that in our policy guide. And you know that square menu from Consult, or on where you can get to table, you can get to marketing kitchen, that little menu. The policy guide was in there. We have the chat, and you've seen in our director group chat that Irma uses the chef chat bot all the time. When someone asks a question, that's straight where she goes. So that chat will help you too when your team has questions. And when they have questions for you and you find it, then you're learning right alongside with them. Marketing Kitchen has a lot of information under my team. There's a lot of recognition type posts that you can post when your team members hit their success rewards. We have the North American Director webinar. That was yesterday. So pretty soon, Christine, you probably did not get the email to sign up for it because your promotion doesn't take place until April 1st. But we'll share the replay. We have our leadership. We have Saturday morning, I have a career plan advancement, and the requirement to attend that is that you have at least one recruit. And we talk about recruiting and the career plan. So that's on Saturday, it's every single Saturday. So if you have people on your team that are showing up, they're responding to you, they are selling, and maybe they have one recruit, you want to invite them to that. We have our group chat, we have the director success. Maybe Marlo, you could add Kristen to that because you're already in it, the Pampered Chef Director Success. I'll just give you a little, sometimes it can get a little, I don't know, a little bent sideways. With, oh gosh, you know, this doesn't work, or, you know, sometimes it can, I just tune out to that. I use it as a resource. I use the search to look up ideas or something like that, but sometimes it can get a little bit, you know, early, catty. And leaders are readers. So I highly recommend you're always reading a self-development book, a leadership book, a mindset book, reading. And if you don't read, then listen. I know both of you drive in the car a lot, so an audio in your car is a good way to take in, because us as leaders, we are always pouring into people. And so we need to fill ourselves up too. And the way I do that is with books. And you'll get something out of a book if you can share it. Okay. So what's next? Once you promote, you get 1 day to celebrate. And then the next day you start thinking about your next goal. So right now it's time to sit down and write those new goals. And there's so much you can achieve, do, have because of Creative Shop. So look at your dream board, update that. Maybe there's some things you can check off now. Maybe there's some things you want to add to it. Create a vision board. Okay, so your dream board is the things, like maybe it's the trips, maybe it's some of the things that Pampered Chef offers, but also your personal life. Maybe you have a dream car. Maybe you, I don't know, just think about some of the things, I want landscaping, I want my trees trimmed, they don't seem like fun things, but they're important to me that are extra money that I dream about. Since I moved into our house, I was like, I want someone to take care of this place. I want to enjoy it because it's a lot of work. And, it's hard to sit down and look out and say, that needs trimming, or that needs raking, or that needs this, and that needs that. I want someone to do it for me.
I need
So
I
that's a
need a
dream.
4-horse plant.
You need a horse what?
I need a 4-horse slant because I now have 2 more horses and they won't all fit in my trailer. And I want living quarters.
Yep, there you
Those
go.
are expensive.
Yeah, stuff like that goes on your dream board. Because when we see those things, and it goes on your screensaver, on your phone screensaver, because when you see those things, when you're having a bad day, and things aren't going right, and you look at that and you say, okay, I can be pissed off a little bit, but I'm going back because this is important to me. This is the life I want. This is the life I am creating for myself. And it's not going to happen if I'm poo-pooing for very long. We don't need to poo-poo for people. But it's time to buckle up and get back onto trying. So that's your dream board. Your vision board is like the very first picture I showed with our structure. So what does it take to be at the next level, the advanced director level, the senior director level? And you want to put your chart up. Okay, here is me. And I'm looking for one more person to be a director. And it's just going to say, we get back to mine. See if I can do that. Oops. Right way. Yeah, I am. So open. I have right here on mine. Open. So these are open spots that I am looking for people on my team that are coachable, that are hungry for more, that want more from their business. And that's where I'm going to spend a lot of my time to helping them get the business that they want. So an advanced director is one, you, and an open spot. That's it. And you just talk about it. Say, I got here. I want to help someone else get here. And for Marlo, now that you would be you and Kristen, and maybe you would put 2 more because that's the senior director spot. So Marlo's here. This one would be open and open. And that's how you grow. People see like, okay, and sometimes people want to be like, ooh, that's what she needs. I'm gonna help do that. And some people are like, I want this for myself, So you have all kinds of people looking at this board, and you never know what they're thinking. Like, I want to do it for her. I want to do it for Marlo. I want to do it for Kristen. Or they could be like, I want to do it for me because I want a big business. You never know who's going to fill these spots. Okay. Let me get back to you. Guys. And then talk to your director about what's next. So you guys are, it's fun to have two people that want to grow their business. They're excited. And a lot of times what I see is there'll be really different personalities, and work styles, but together they make a great team. So Becky Adams and I, completely different, but together we make a great team. Jenny and Jamie, completely different. Together they make a great team. You guys are a little different. Together you're going to make a great team because you can reach more people. They can identify with two different types of leaders, and they can see themselves as a leader themselves. So I think it's great. And then when you collaborate together and you think of ideas and, oh, let's do this, because now, Marlo, you will have an organization because you have a director. But when you collaborate together and you get your teams together and they know each other, all that stuff, it's really fun. So what does a strong leader look like? You're consistent, coachable, encouraging, inspiring, does not work to minimums, and stays above the line. So in this business, there's a lot of things that will not make us happy, right? There's a lot of things people cancel. We hear no a lot. Products come damaged. Products don't get there on time. There's just a lot of things. Even with the turnover of staff, if you get to meet and know and work with some of the home office staff, there's a lot of turnover and we wonder why, things like that could play a part. But like I said, we get sad for a little bit, but the leaders that are able to stay above the line, and this comes from the book. Oh gosh, I can't think of it, but that can keep going and just like block all that noise out. And what do? We book parties, we run parties, we book people. And if we can stay in that lane and block out all the other noise, it'll be good. Okay. How do I know what to balance, focus on first and balance my time? Okay, the RSVP system is tried and true and work in this order. Recruit, sell, take care of your very new people, and promote leaders or, check on your producers or promote leaders. It could be set goals and recognize your team and your social media presence. So let's take a look at it. So recruiting fixes everything. Recruiting fixes everything. Remember that. If whatever it is, when you start recruiting, it will fix. So you want to set a monthly goal. Pampered Chef directors encourages directors to recruit your people every month. And I say if you go 1 month without a team recruit, you start getting in the danger zone. So someone on your team, at least one. Make sure that you're asking your host, they're our hottest lead. Invite to our whisking up the possibilities and encourage, let your team know that they can invite to that because they're all young. Like, I don't know what to do with this person. They can always invite to that. It's every Thursday. It's in the calendar and they can send their potential recruits there. Quarterly recruiting spikes. So whenever we have an offer like we do this month, there's $25 to join. that's when you want to take advantage and set a huge goal. So like, okay, I'm gonna really take advantage of this special, and it's gonna be triple, quadruple of what I usually do. And that's where you'll get your momentum, because, usually people don't sign up is because time and money. Well, with a $25 kit, money is off the table. People spend that at McDonald's. Social media, promote yourself to your customers and team. So, on social media, you got to be loud and proud about what Pampered Chef is doing for you, what you love about Pampered Chef. Whatever it is, if you get something in the mail, if you got a raise, I gave a raise to myself. Like, I don't have to ask anyone for a raise. I just got a raise. I didn't have to ask anybody for time off, and the Monday night call. So I don't know why I have this here for recruiting. Maybe just to get your people to the Monday night call, because we talk about recruiting. Okay. The second is S for selling, 4 shows a week. Recruiting reach outs, 10 to 30, minimum 10, and follow-up system. On Connection Point. So Connection Point is our new VIP group. Okay. So you want to look at your contacts in Connection Point, and that you want to grow that. I mean, look at it weekly, look at it monthly, and we want to grow that, because that is in the palm of our hand. When we go to our Facebook VIP group, people use that for entertainment and to remember we are in business. We don't get a lot of sales from that, but we do want to be known that we are still in business. But Connection Point is where we can sell. It's where we run our parties. Oh, my battery is low. Okay, I'll go fast. Connection Point is where we run our parties. It's also where we can touch base with all of our customers to let them know what's on sale. There's a recruiting special, bundle parties, but so that's really what we want to grow, our people in Connection Point. Okay. When you're selling 6,000 a month, you'll start being set up for what's called an elite seller. And maybe you see me post that in our Facebook group, and you earn an extra 2%. So once you get to your 15,000, that's another 2%. And then once you get to elite seller, that's another 2%. It takes your sales from the past 12 months. And those past 12 months have people 75,000. And then it's a movie, it moves, for the past 12 months. It's not a month to, like a January to December. It's not like that. That window keeps moving. And during that window of the past 12 months, it has to be 75,000. And your current month, 6,000. So if you want, this is like, oh yeah, I want that extra 2%. I want to be an elite seller. Then you'll want to bump that 5,000 to 6,000. And you'll get there. Okay. Now the third focus is your very new people. This is the number one goal, is teach them how to do the parties. Teach them how to book parties. If they have that skill down, golden. Teach them how to run parties. Recognize them on what I call catch calls. Oh my gosh, your sales went up today. Oh, you're so close to this. Oh, I see, you submitted 3 parties, whatever you can recognize. And we'll talk about your reports, but whatever you can recognize they're doing, you want to say that. And it's just a quick chat. Just send them a message. Short. communication. So if you have a messenger chat where you can communicate, remember the Monday night call. You need help with bookings. Rocky does a booking thing every morning, utilize what I do. You don't have to do that. You just have to get your people to it. Get them to the Monday night call and get your new consultants to the new consultant training. Okay, then promote leaders. So once you're out of your 6 months and those cash bonuses, you both got them. So Marlo's got the team leader bonus. She's got the director bonus, and she's sitting right. You have 2 more months to get that $1,000 bonus. But once you're out of that, when you help, so you might notice a bonus from Kristen too, on this paycheck, Marlo, because when someone on our team gets those bonuses, we get them too. Forever and ever. So after you're out of your success rewards, you can still earn bonuses by helping someone earn their bonus. Crazy, huh? Crazy. So, and this is when they're in their first 6 months. And why do we want to help people get these bonuses in their first 6 months? Why do you think?
It encourages them. It gives them momentum.
What else?
It kind of gets them in the rhythm of doing things, like
For sure.
it's learning and cementing.
Mhm. But also, they're earning an income. Like I said, this is all fun and games, but at the end of the day, are they earning an income? Are they earning money? So not only are they earning their commission from doing the things from, now they're getting these bonuses. And that's helping them. And now they're seeing, oh, I just paid off that one credit card. Maybe I can pay off my other 6. Something like that. Like, so what does that do? Now you have someone that's in it for a little, they're more, instead of, they won't walk away as easy. They won't walk away. They know that this is a viable way that they can help them and their family. So these bonuses, along with doing so that they're getting those commission checks twice, the 7th and the 21st. Get the more you're looking for. I haven't done this in a long time, but maybe not next Monday night call, but the next Monday night call. And this talks about our career. It strictly just talks about our career plan and how the money works with it. And so it kind of shows a bigger picture than when someone joins, okay, I'm going to do this little pampered chef thing and, $50 here, 100 there, 300 there. It shows them a bigger picture. Market the career plan. So once you set your board, your vision board with you and your, empty spots and people in the spots, and sharing like what they get at senior consultant, team leader, encouraging them. So Linda Hoagie, I'm like, oh my gosh, Linda, look at that. You already hit 2 requirements of team leader. You have the sales over 750. You have the team sales over 2,500. They just need to get you 2 team members. She said, haha, you're funny. But those are the kind of things you want to look for and create a vision for them. Oh, I just want back there. So when you market the career plan, you want to market what they get,
Hey, this is
not
Kristen.
what they have to do. I'm gonna mute Kristen.
Hi.
There we go. Recognition. So when people say, my team's not doing anything, they don't respond, da, 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 I say, what does your recognition system look like? You know, do you have something on the calendar that you're like checking on your team able to one, if you don't have anything to recognize, then promote the promotion. We don't have to put anything into our business. Pampered Chef, I mean, they give free products, they give trips, they give bonuses, they give commission at different levels, higher commission. So all we have to do is promote the promotion. We don't have to put in any of our own money. We don't have to come up with anything. We just promote the promotion. And then as people start getting close to it, you want to say, you're only this, you're this close to it. And then when people started earning it, here's who's earned it. So that's it, promote the promotions. Recognize what you want, repeat it. So if you just talked to someone and they said they did cooking reach outs, you want to recognize that. Oh my God, I just talked to Marlo. She told me she reached out to 10 people for fundraisers. So I'm recognizing what I want repeated. And it doesn't have to be what they got, but what they did. That is probably that. And that's the third one, recognize the efforts. Because anybody could do the efforts, right? And the efforts will then have the outcome. What am I doing in time? Social media. So we have our marketing kitchen for daily posts, but you want to add something from your camera roll too. Okay, something that's in your camera roll. First, it might just be some things that you do, the things you like. We know Marlo loves her dogs. And then we can start tying in Pampered Chef. So we just did a live last night. That was fun, you know, and things like that. So people see you as a real person and they get inspired about what you do at Pampered Chef. You can demonstrate what's on sale, your favorite things, the host special, the guest special, and this is share your perks in PC. Like I said in the beginning, did you get a box of something? Were you, you know, maybe you're reminiscing about our retreat and you had some pictures. And what feelings do you get from that? You could just, you know, golly, talk about that because I swear people don't get this. And you probably remember pre-Pampered Chef, like, wow, this is really fun and we get paid. Okay, so just to go over again, we use the RSVP system. And in that order, how you work your business, recruit, sell, your very new people, promote leaders, P for promote leaders, set goals and recognize your team, and social media presence. Oh, yes, I'm so glad I got this. So I'm going to post this. And maybe I've sent this to you before, but Carol Radu was a national executive director, and she was an old timer girl. So this video is from a retreat, a director retreat I went to, and she spoke at it, and she talks about being green, Director Green, every month. So that's really, really important. And she's just a fun gal. Like you just want to a fun old gal. And not old like old, but you'll know what I mean when you see Carol. It's just like you want to hang out with her because she's just no nonsense and just kind of cool. Anyway, so I'll put this in the chat. Let me see if I can copy it right now. Oops. So we're excited to help you develop into a strong and productive team. You want your team to be strong and productive, and we'll talk about that. Let's see if I can copy this right here. And I'll put the replay. and this video in the chat. Okay, I know Kristen is on a call, but any questions? Hello.
No, I don't think so.
Comments, ahas?
The RSVP, I think that's easy to remember,
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
so
When
that'll be
you
good.
start getting all crazy, RSVP. Okay, who can I recruit or touch base with? How are selling? How are my parties or bookings or whatever? And the very new people, have I touched on them? Said something to them, reminded them of a call, told them about what's going on. And then your producers. Who can I purge to go to that next level? All right, Kristen, I'm sorry we didn't get to say goodbye. Is it windy now? Over at my house?
No.
Okay, good. It's just, these trees are like flying outside. It's nasty. Okay, well, I will be home in a bit. And Kristen, we'll see you a little later.
Thanks, Rocky.
I will go talk to you. Oh, I'm gonna get some rice paper.
Okay.
All right, see ya. Bye.
Bye.